All right, welcome to the Let's Mix section of this master course. We are getting ready to dive into my favorite part of this whole thing, and that's actually getting behind the board and mixing. So I've got here a multi-track recording from a Sunday a couple weeks ago that we did where we had a full band, and we're going to go through each individual instrument, each mic, each line, listen to it, analyze it, go, okay, this sounded great, this part didn't, how can we make it better? We're just going to listen through everything and build a mix from scratch. Now, I've already got some things kind of pre-dialed in just to keep things moving, but the same principles apply in that these are how I would approach things and where I would start. Now, another piece of context that you should be aware, what we're mixing here technically would be for the house, but because we're not in the room together, we're not listening to it on a PA where we hear the reflections, we hear what's happening live on stage. There's going to be some minor differences here in how we would hear things, how we're approaching. So it's not going to sound like a live record would that you'd hear from your favorite worship artist because that's a totally different mix context. In fact, there's microphones and processing that happens specifically for that we're not doing here because you're trying to invite what's happening in the room there recorded into your living room essentially. So we're going to be doing a little bit different style of mixing than that. So it's not going to sound the same as that would, but what we are going to go for is having a good, clean, consistent mix that's going to sound great over our PA. So let's get started by listening to our drums, and we'll start building our mix.